Folks, muscle cars aren't just loud, fast, and full of attitude. Some of them are pure legends, built for one thing only: speed that slaps you back in your seat. And here's the kicker: 1969 wasn't just any year. It was the year muscle cars went full throttle, with manufacturers cranking out some of the quickest, meanest machines ever to hit the streets. Today, we're firing up the engines on the 10 quickest muscle cars of 1969. And trust me, this list roars. From Hemis to Cobras, each one is a time capsule of raw power and iconic design. And wait until you meet number 2. It's so fast, it nearly got banned from the streets. Number 10. 1969 Chevrolet Corvette 427. The 1969 Chevrolet Corvette 427 was a masterpiece of American engineering, a muscle car that not only dominated the streets, but could also handle the curves of a racetrack with ease. Under its sculpted hood was the legendary 427 cubic inch V8, pushing out a commanding 435 horsepower. This engine was designed to deliver jaw-dropping acceleration and high revving performance, making the 427 Corvette one of the most iconic sports cars of the era. On the quarter mile, the Corvette 427 tore through in 13.8 seconds at 105 miles per hour, according to Car and Driver from September of 1969. While it wasn't the quickest in raw acceleration compared to some muscle cars like the Camaro or Hemi-powered Mopars, its combination of power, agility, and sports car refinement made it a formidable competitor. What set the 427 Corvette apart was its versatility. While heavier than the Camaro, it offered superior handling, precise steering, and a sleek aerodynamic design that made it a top choice for performance enthusiasts. The high horsepower 427 option transformed the Corvette from a mere sports car into a true muscle machine. In 1969, Corvette's 427 engine was a statement, an embodiment of raw power and sophisticated engineering. The Corvette 427 became a symbol of the golden age of American muscle, cementing its place as one of the finest and quickest cars of the 1969 muscle car lineup. Number 9. 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet. The 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet was a game-changer in the muscle car world, blending striking design with outrageous performance. From the moment it hit the streets, the Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet was designed for greatness. Featuring the iconic 428 cubic inch Cobra Jet V8, this engine, rated at 335 horsepower, was an absolute powerhouse, though Ford's conservative rating didn't fully do it justice. In reality, the 428 Cobra Jet easily surpassed expectations with a torque-rich performance that could rival any of the era's heavy hitters. On the strip, the Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet proved its worth, ripping through the quarter mile in 13.69 seconds at 103.4 miles per hour, according to Popular Hot Rodding from January of 1969. With its combination of raw power, smooth handling, and aggressive stance, it quickly established itself as one of the fastest muscle cars of its time. Ford mass-produced 10,080 units of the Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet in 1969, making it relatively accessible compared to rarer performance models. But don't let those production numbers fool you. The Mach 1 was a sleeper, delivering underrated horsepower that made it a serious threat on both the street and the track. With its unmistakable style, powerful engine, and exceptional performance, the 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet earned its place among the quickest muscle cars of 1969, cementing its status as a true icon of American performance. Number 8. 1969 Plymouth GTX 440. The 1969 Plymouth GTX 440 was the epitome of muscle car excellence, combining big block power, luxury, and reliability into one awe-inspiring package. Often referred to as the gentleman's muscle car, the GTX was more than just a fast car. It was a refined powerhouse built for those who wanted performance without sacrificing comfort. Under the hood, the 440 cubic inch V8 produced a solid 375 horsepower, offering a smooth blend of power and torque that made it one of the quickest muscle cars of the era. In fact, The GTX could storm the quarter mile in 13.56 seconds at 104.9 miles per hour, according to Runner and Superstock from May of 1969. While not quite as quick as some of its more specialized counterparts, the GTX was a reliable performer that could go toe-to-toe with nearly anything on the street. What set the GTX apart from its peers was its balanced approach. While it wasn't a stripped-down, race-focused model, it could still deliver blistering speed while keeping passengers comfortable with plush interior features. Plymouth mass-produced 14,614 GTXs in 1969, making it more accessible than some of the rarer muscle cars of the time. But don't let those production numbers fool you. This car was no slouch. The GTX 440 was the muscle car that could comfortably dominate the strip and still make the daily commute feel like a joyride. The 1969 Plymouth GTX 440 is a must-have piece of muscle car history, combining the best of performance and refinement in one unforgettable ride. Number 7. 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona Hemi. The 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona Hemi wasn't just fast, it was revolutionary. Built to conquer NASCAR's high-speed ovals, the Daytona was the first American car to break 200 miles per hour in a stock-bodied configuration. But what made it truly wild was that it was also street legal. Barely. At its heart roared the legendary 426 cubic inch Hemi V8, conservatively rated at 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. Though the Daytona's sleek wind-cheating design was born for the track with its massive rear wing and pointed aerodynamic nose cone, it could still blaze down the quarter mile in around 13.5 seconds at 105 miles per hour, as estimated by Car and Driver at the time. Only 503 Daytonas were ever built to satisfy NASCAR's homologation rules, and of those, just a fraction were equipped with a Hemi. That makes the Hemi-powered Daytona one of the rarest and most desirable Mopars ever created. While heavier than most muscle cars due to its larger chassis and added aero hardware, the Daytona's performance and historical significance are unmatched. It wasn't just a muscle car. It was an engineering statement that pushed boundaries and forced rule changes in racing. Today, the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona Hemi stands as a symbol of speed, innovation, and unfiltered Mopar madness, a true king of the muscle car era. Number 6. 1969 Plymouth Road Runner Hemi. The 1969 Plymouth Road Runner Hemi was the ultimate expression of Mopar muscle, an unfiltered, pavement-pounding machine built around one of the most legendary engines in automotive history, the 426 cubic inch Hemi V8. Officially rated at 425 horsepower, this elephant of an engine was underestimated on paper and over-delivered on the pavement. Tested by Runner and Superstock, the Hemi Roadrunner scorched the quarter mile in 13.32 seconds at 107.7 miles per hour, blisteringly fast for a full-size street car in 1969. It was slightly slower than its A12 six-pack sibling, but only due to the extra weight of the Hemi's beefed-up internals and supporting components. Only 787 units of the Hemi-equipped Roadrunner were produced in 1969, making it a rare and highly sought-after piece of muscle car royalty. With heavy-duty suspension, reinforced driveline components, and unmistakable Hemi callouts on the hood, this wasn't just a car, it was a statement. The 426 Hemi itself had racing roots in NASCAR and drag racing, and when dropped into the no-nonsense Roadrunner platform, it created a street-legal predator that could hold its own against anything on four wheels. The 69 Hemi Roadrunner remains an icon of American performance, muscular, menacing, and forever etched in muscle car legend. Number 5. 1969 Yenko Chevelle 427 SYC. The 1969 Yenko Chevelle 427 SYC was a heavyweight brawler in the muscle car arena. Big, bold, and brutally fast. Created by Don Yenko, the performance guru who had already shaken the streets with the Yenko Camaro, this Chevelle took the same winning formula. Swap in the mighty 427 cubic inch V8 and packed it into Chevrolet's mid-size bruiser. With 425 horsepower and massive torque on tap, this beast could rocket through the quarter mile in 13.31 seconds at 108 miles per hour, according to Superstock and Drag Illustrated from June of 1969. Though heavier than its Camaro sibling, the Yenko Chevelle made up for it with sheer muscle, delivering neck-snapping acceleration and a deep, thunderous exhaust note that could shake windows loose. Only 99 units of the Yenko Chevelle 427 were produced, making it one of the rarest dealer-tuned muscle machines ever built. Each car wore distinctive SYC badging, a blacked-out hood, and custom striping, turning heads before the engine even fired up. Unlike factory cars, this Chevelle's 427 was dealer-installed, part of Yenko's workaround to GM's displacement restrictions. The result was a street-legal monster with drag strip DNA. In muscle car lore, the 1969 Yenko Chevelle 427 stands as a symbol of rebellion, rarity, and relentless horsepower, an American icon that flexed hard and left rubber in its wake. Number 4. 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS 396 L89. The 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS 396 L89 was a precision-built street machine that proved big things came in tight, high-revving packages. While the 427-powered Camaros grabbed the headlines, the L89 earned its spot among the quickest muscle cars of 1969, thanks to one key upgrade: aluminum heads. Packing a 396 cubic inch V8 rated at 375 horsepower, the L89 wasn't just about raw output, it was about clever engineering. With high compression pistons, solid lifters, and aluminum cylinder heads, it revved harder and weighed less than its cast iron cousins. That weight reduction shaved precious pounds off the front end, improving handling and straight line speed alike. Tested by 1969 Supercar Annual, the L89 Camaro scorched the quarter mile in 13 seconds flat at 108.6 miles per hour, numbers that put it in serious muscle car company. The aluminum heads also helped with cooling, making it more consistent under hard driving. This was no mass-produced machine either. Chevrolet built only a few hundred L89 Camaros, making them a rare find even among enthusiasts today. Available in both coupe and convertible form, the L89 SS was a sleeper, quietly brutal and seriously fast. In the golden age of American muscle, the 69 Camaro SS 396 L89 was proof that power with brains could still burn rubber with the best of them. Number 3. 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner A12 440 6-pack. The 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner A12 was Detroit muscle at its most unapologetic, raw, loud, and built to dominate the quarter mile without breaking the bank. The A12 package took the already rowdy Roadrunner and cranked it into drag strip legend territory. Under the hood roared a 440 cubic inch V8 6-pack, named for its trio of two-barrel Holley carburetors. Officially rated at 390 horsepower, this setup delivered massive low-end torque and instant throttle response, rocketing the A12 down the quarter mile in 12.91 seconds at 111.8 miles per hour, as recorded by Superstock and Drag Illustrated in June of 1969. But it wasn't just about horsepower. The A12 was stripped for speed, featuring a fiberglass lift-off hood with a massive functional scoop, heavy-duty suspension, 4.10 gears, and beefy 15-inch black steel wheels with redline tires. It skipped luxuries in favor of track-ready muscle, making it one of the purest performance packages of the era. Plymouth built only 1,412 A12 Roadrunners, making them rare today and prized among collectors. At a time when insurance costs and emissions regulations loomed on the horizon, the A12 was a final burst of unrestrained Mopar madness. In muscle car history, the 1969 A12 Roadrunner stands tall, a street-legal bruiser that delivered brutal performance without the frills. Number 2. 1969 Yenko Camaro 427 SYC. The 1969 Yenko Camaro 427 SYC wasn't just a muscle car, it was a rebellion on wheels. Engineered by a dealer who dared to outmuscle GM's own factory limitations. Created by the legendary Don Yenko, this fire-breathing Camaro was built to bypass GM's 400 cubic inch engine cap for midsize cars. Yenko found a loophole and ran with it, dropping the Corvette's brutal 427 cubic inch 7.0-liter V8 into the compact Camaro frame. The result? Pure American thunder. With a factory rating of 425 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, the Yenko Camaro SYC, or Super Yenko Camaro, launched down the quarter mile in 12.59 seconds at 108.2 miles per hour, according to Superstock and Drag Illustrated in June of 1969. That performance wasn't just fast, it was faster than most showroom cars of its time. Only 201 units were produced, making this Camaro as rare as it was radical. Lighter and more nimble than the Chevelle SS, it delivered explosive performance in a smaller, street-friendly package. Each Yenko Camaro came with SYC badging, a custom stripe kit, heavy-duty suspension, and enough swagger to scare off just about anything at a red light. The Yenko Camaro 427 SYC wasn't just about speed, it was a statement. With only 201 units ever built, it stands as one of the rarest and most coveted muscle cars in history. Its combination of untamed power, legendary craftsmanship, and racing pedigree continues to make it a dream car for collectors and muscle car enthusiasts. Today, the 1969 Yenko Camaro 427 is a collector's holy grail, a symbol of performance, ingenuity, dealer-driven defiance, and raw muscle car glory. And at number 1, the 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 COPO. The 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 COPO wasn't just a car, it was a factory-built drag strip dominator, hiding in plain sight. Produced from 1967 to 1969, the first-generation Chevrolet Camaro was offered with a selection of small and big block V8 engines. Born from Chevy's Central Office Production Order, or COPO system, this beast was never meant for the average driver. With only 69 units ever built, the ZL1 is one of the rarest and most legendary muscle cars of all time. At its heart sat an all-aluminum 427 cubic inch 7.0-liter V8 engine, derived from Chevrolet's Can-Am racing program. Weighing 100 pounds less than its iron block counterpart, this engine cranked out a conservative factory rating of 430 horsepower, though real-world dyno tests often showed numbers well over 500 horsepower. That made it the quickest stock production muscle car of 1969. In fact, the ZL1 could scorch the quarter mile in just 11.68 seconds at around 126 miles per hour, a number that sent shockwaves through the drag racing scene. And the best part? It was entirely street legal. What made the ZL1 so revolutionary wasn't just its speed, but the fact that Chevrolet managed to sneak this race-bred monster into showrooms through a backdoor ordering process. This wasn't just muscle, it was mayhem wrapped in steel and style. What truly set the ZL1 apart was its rarefied status. Built for enthusiasts who wanted a true race car, but with a license plate. This Camaro was a dream machine that could obliterate any competition, dominating both on the drag strip and on the street with ease. Today, it stands as a crown jewel in the muscle car world, with a legacy as bold as its roar. And there you have it, 10 of the quickest muscle cars from 1969. Each one a roaring reminder of when power ruled the pavement and style came with stripes. These beasts weren't just fast, they were statements, built to dominate drag strips and turn every street corner into a showdown. From tire-melting torque to legendary engines, these machines defined an era and still leave modern gearheads in awe. But hey, we want to hear from you. Which one of these muscle monsters stole your heart? Got a favorite we missed? Or maybe you've got your own 69 story to tell. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're all ears and Octane. Until next time, keep it loud and keep it classic.